Why, good evening, chums. Let's get started, shall we? What should we have today? Let's do the pink. Oh, look at that! Oh, look at that! Made a new error page. Oh, it changes. Now we got the yellow one. So I wanted you all to see that before we got started. Let's have some music, shall we? We shall have some music so that we have something to jam to. I realized that like I always play the same music for like every stream that I do, except like in the same order every time. So I thought, yeah, maybe let's put it on random and actually get some different music this time. So last stream, we worked on this bad boy. I showed it to my husband after I'd finished streaming, and I was like, "What do you think?" And he was like, "Oh, it's really cool." I was like, "Do you notice anything weird about it?" And he was like, "Yeah. Like, some of it doesn't look quite right." And I'm like, yes, because it's a perspective build. Look at that. I'm very inspired. I'm hugely inspired by this. There's a link in the description to the inspiration we're going to use for today's stream, which is by a guy called Bizthief? Like bismuth, but not quite. Because I actually think my base for next season of Truly Bedrock is just going to all be like this. Hello, Dice Flame. Welcome in. Welcome in. I'm just going to have all of it. I'm going to have my base, like my actual base where I keep my stuff like underground. And then the rest of it is going to be like warped and like broken. So I thought today we will build a house in this style. And I might try it from a different perspective because this one is a diagonal perspective. So obviously when you look at it from this block here, it's like the complete build. So I might try it like straight on this time instead of at a diagonal. Apparently diagonals are harder, but I don't know. I guess we'll find out. So I think we'll put it over here in like a clean area. Don't want to be too far away from my palette. And we'll say that the block you need to stand on is this one here. So we're going to be looking at a house. And I'm also going to be using some of Bizthief's tricks with layers of glass. So I'm going to choose the colors that we want. So he uses both full blocks, but also the panes to kind of create different textures and stuff. Definitely think we want white. I definitely think we might want like a few of the greys as well. I'm just going to get out all the greys and the blacks. Yeah, that's white. Oh no, that's that grey. That's that grey, and then that's grey because it looks like your inventory is empty. always a fun trick to play on people. Right, so if we make a little glass palette to pick from, and then I don't have to keep filling up my inventory with them. Okay, so that's all the dark ones. And I'm going to try and keep it within the colour palette, so we'll have the pinks. And I might throw in another colour. Just trying to think what would go with the current palette that I've got going on. Oh, probably cyan actually. Let's have cyan. Yeah, okay, cool. And I'm also going to grab some like frog lights and stuff because I think they would be quite good for building some of the textures with. Okay, and then cyan at the end here. And then, yeah, we want the, where do we wear the frog lights in the creative inventory? It's all like, it's all changed. I like change. Here they are. Okay. So I think definitely the pearlescent. Maybe the ochre. Let's have all of them with our powers combined. Because actually I was thinking maybe I could use the green one in trees. So I'm not sure if I'll end up using that middle one. Just those ones. Yeah, okay, cool. Anything else? Anything else that's like a light block that I could use? Like a block that lights up. I don't think so. Block of resin. I think we'll start with that. So we want maybe the base of the house. I don't think I want it to be as kind of chunky is this? And maybe I want to make it look kind of cozy from the front. And then obviously when you start to move to the side, it just like shatters. Like the whole house just sort of is actually just like this messed up bunch of stuff. So I think each section... So I might start with... How far away do we want to go? I think quite far actually. So it's like really in the distance. So I think I want the front... So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like the front of the building to just be that part there. I think I might actually build it out of wood, the lower part, and not glass. But what wood is the question? Crimson? I think crimson's a bit dark for what I want. Maybe we use a bit of tough. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Because we could have... we could actually use this for like accents instead. For like the insides of like windows and things. So like the window could be made out of this. Oopsie. And I want them to be a bit smaller than that actually. Make it look cozier. So we have a little window like that for the front of the house. And I wonder if I should use the pale oak, actually. It's an interesting block that I've not really experimented with. The only problem with like picking blocks like this is I then know that I have to go get them in survival. I'm just like, ugh. Why do I make my life so difficult? Okay, I think maybe what I want to do is actually just build like plain walls to start with. Let's just do a single colour of something. Single colour of deep slate, that'll do. No, on blackstone. Blackstone. Okay. We'll just make a singular wall and then add the details later. 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. And then we'll go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we just want to... I'm always too into the details really quickly. And actually what I should be doing is like putting down the shapes first of all. So we've built it quite far away, but that is deliberate. So what I maybe want to do, yeah, is have the next part of the house, like where the doorway is going to be quite far away. If it's very slightly... I can hear someone on a motorbike. Over here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, okay. And then we'll go up. Maybe we go up 6. I don't know if the perspective is going to mess with like whether it looks like it's the same height or not. We'll see. We've got one more. And see what that looks like. Hello, fellow. We're doing some more perspective stuff today. Ah, I see like the floor kind of gives it away a little bit there. So I maybe need something like at the front here to hide that. So we could have something like here. Like the doorway could be here. To hide the fact that those bits don't touch. Yes. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Yeah. Ooh, it is interesting actually, like because of the way that I built this one, where like most of it's like in the air, like it's easier to trick you, like with this kind of build, because it's only these two bits that are touching the ground. Whereas on this one, it is going to be maybe a little bit harder. I might have to rely a little bit on the terrain to do some of the hiding of where stuff like isn't connected. That's a very interesting thing to notice. I might use this for now, and these all subjects change. Eco-friendly, love your videos, super cozy and great to ease anxiety. Oh, thanks, I'm glad. I've been thinking more recently about like what I want to do in terms of like, you know, videos that are like very cozy. So watch the space. That's all I'm going to say. Let's have, yeah, some of these bits can be like together. And I'm going to figure out ways to make them look broken, but only once you come a bit closer. Yeah, like using the terrain to like block out shots. So for example, like if we pick up some grass, you could have, you know, imagine if this was like on top of a like a hill or something, you'd have like maybe a bit of the terrain here like covers up the fact that that doesn't quite join. Like at the back there, there's a little bit of a gap there, so I could maybe come a bit further forwards and you could have like the path to the house kind of curving off to the side. Yeah, so you'd use the terrain and bushes and things like that to kind of hide, yeah, the fact that that wall there isn't connected to this one. Yeah, so we're starting to see as it's going out what it's looking like. Yeah, it's interesting. Like the front perspective, I don't know if I like as much at the moment. I think the diagonal one like was much more interesting looking from another thing. Would it help if the ground was darker and more busy? Possibly. Like if there was more going on. Yeah, I think what we'll do is we'll block out the shapes and then maybe think about like what I could do with the terrain to like really hide what's going on here, because like these colors aren't permanent. It's more the second level where I'm going to start playing with the glass tricks. That is going to be like the really interesting part. I mean, maybe we start it from like all the way down here. Maybe we start the glass tricks. So say, for example, we have a bit of something like this coming up. And it sort of fades the bottom of the building into it. Let's have this. This could be interesting. Okay, let's have a look at that. Yeah, that's already quite interesting. And then obviously if we add another layer of glass behind it, let's go lighter actually. Let's go white. Pink and white. And add like the next layer. Like come back one. No, let's do pink first. And actually put one here. And see what that looks like. Actually want to put a bit of purple in there. To go between. Okay, let's see what that looks like. I've not really played with this kind of glass tricks before. It certainly looks interesting. It certainly looks interesting. I'm not really following the advice of BizThief in the terms of the way that he like builds gradients and stuff. So maybe I will pay a bit more attention to like how he, like the advice that he kind of gives, which is in terms of like the very back, he does say, for example, like this. And then the next layer, it would be like 2 of white and then 2 of pink to create like a smoother gradient. Oh, let's see what that looks like actually. It's quite interesting. There we go. Ooh. Yeah, having the glass panes in there is definitely interesting, but there's like too many of them. It's not quite working. Like, I mean, he does like entire builds with just glass panes. He's like he's such a sculptor. Whereas I'm just a noob. Okay, there's too much of a gap at the bottom there, and there needs to be something here. Maybe just a bit of this business. To cover over the fact that there's nothing there. I'm gonna leave this here. And I'm gonna move somewhere else. Because this isn't working, but I don't want to get rid of it. Like, I feel like that's a good experiment. And I wanna... I do think the diagonal is working a lot better for me, but that might be just because of the nature of that shape. I wonder if I need to build something different on the front face. Yeah, okay. Let's change gears. Because one of the other things I want to do is build kind of like a gazebo that's going to house my enchanting thing, but I want that to also be like quite broken looking. So maybe we'll make that first. I might incorporate some of the copper actually, because I've not really used that yet. And that is glow lichen. We'll keep the glow lichen. We'll keep the glow lichen. I like it. Some of this, and then a bunch of glass. So we'll keep the front perspective. Let's shift it over here a bit. So put that's the block we have to stand on. And I'm gonna have a go. I think I want the gazebo to be up higher. So you have to like walk up to it. So you're going to be looking at it from like a downward perspective. So we'll say starting maybe about this level. Let's see. I think it is going to end up being a bit more dramatically upwards than that, but I think that's a good starting place. So let's say... maybe we'll just put this in the ground. It's going to be easier. It's easier to dig. Easier to dig than it is to build higher in... Oopsie. Don't be doing that. Don't be doing that. Okay. There we go. That's better. Yeah, I want to be looking up at it so you can't quite see the base of it. So that should work. So if that's the block we're looking at it from, okay. Yes, nice, okay. So we'll have one of the front pillars here. How big's that? Yeah, I think that's probably big enough. We'll add in a little bit of this. And then the next one I might play with some tricks. So we'll get rid of this bit here. And have that bit like a lot further away. Let's see what happens if we build this here. What does that look like? This should be interesting. And this is where we have to pay attention to the fact that you have to start going out diagonally. So I'm going to sort of actually like here. Could be interesting. Can't even see that. Oh, it's in the right place, but it's not tall enough. Okay, let's try that. Okay, yeah, that's cool. That's cool. That's interesting, like from where you stand on the block, it looks slightly different, so we have to pay attention to that. So I think actually I could get away with 2 bits. Let me just put this in here so I kind of know what I'm looking at. Like what bits I need to delete. Okay, let's see. What does that look like? Oh yeah, that's working for me. That's working for me. Okay, so this is actually the very bottom of what you can see. So I'll change these two and get rid of the rest. Get rid of you. And I need the stairs as well. I quite like using. And the thingies as well. Yeah, okay, cool. So it's like really messed up. Okay, yeah, this is working a lot better already than having like stuff with walls in. I think I was having a problem with the fact that it was like a lot of big flat faces. That's me tea. Right. Yes, I like that. And I think I might smooth it out even more by making that... Yes, cool. Cool, cool, cool. The roof is going to be interesting for this one. That is, I think, where this is going to come in. Might even come a little bit forwards and have like part of the front of the roof. Maybe make it look like it's been caved in. So I'm trying to think what kind of look I want to go for. Okay, so that doesn't quite touch. So this needs to come down one. And yeah, cool, cool, cool. Okay. But what happens if I get rid of these? Does that still touch? Just. Okay, where's me stairs at? So we'll use some stairs and maybe some trapdoors. Actually, it's probably going to help quite a bit. Yeah. To mask where that doesn't join up. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Okay. Now, because that's quite close, are we going to get away with this? Where they don't quite match up. Let's see what this looks like. Just throwing the blocks in there and seeing what looks good. So from here you can see that is coming out further. I wonder if we're actually better off going back instead of forwards for this perspective trick. Thanks, fellow. Yeah, there's a little bit. Whereas, yeah, this is the problem with having like big faces. I wonder if this is where like utilizing glass is going to work better for the roof part. Because it's already like transparent. Okay, down in your hole. Okay, let's focus on the pillars and we'll come back to that as an idea. So the next set of pillars could start about here. So I'm actually going to stick the enchanting setup in the middle. So we kind of know what it's going to look like. And it'll be inset into the ground. So there'll be the bookcases. And let's make it out of oxidized copper. That'd be cool. And then we could have something funky underneath it, couldn't we? I like the sound this makes. This is a 9 block in the middle. Ooh, excuse me. Yeah, so there's that, and then we've got the bookcases. Bookshelves. Now, the bookshelves still work if you put stuff on top of them, don't they? It's only if you put the stuff in front of them that they stop working, so we could, like, cover these in, like, funky... Just makes it difficult to get out of. Yeah, okay, we'll leave that now for as an idea. So that's the enchanting setup is like in there. So you can't see it. I quite like that actually, that you can't, that it's not visible. We'll maybe have like some kind of staircase going up to it. Just put that in for now. Just yeah. Cool, okay. That's right, this needs to come up way higher. So can't see that from down there. I'm going to get rid of the bits that are hidden. I want it to all look from this perspective like it's touching the ground. Okay. Okay, that's interesting. Yes, it looks like at the moment, it looks like it's going higher. And what we actually want it to do is look like it's the same height as this one. I'll cut it off about there. Where's me? There we go. So it'll be like stumpier. It'll be like a little stumpy. Oh, yeah, that's better. That's better. That's like playing with that perspective. And I think the other one should also should not be... Oh, hi, Jill. Yeah, it goes good. Yeah, this is my illusion stuff. I tried doing a house. I'm backing away from that now. I'm trying to make like what will be my enchanting setup. And it's going to be like a little pagoda that when you look at it from here, looks complete. But when you actually like walk up to it, it's like a shattered mess. So I'm wondering if I should have this like like a double one back here to be the next pillar. So they're all like in weird places. What does that look like? Yeah, okay, so it needs to come across quite a bit. If it's going to look like it's part of that. But I do like the doubling. I might actually even switch them round and have that one on this side and the doubling one on the other side. Oh, yeah, okay, that's better. That's better. Get rid of this. Yeah, because you don't want the sides to look like too similar, do you? So, goodbye. Goodbye, grass. Yeah, I think this is going to be much better for the front perspective than doing a house in that way. I think the house is going to have to be a diagonal one. Okay, so I want it to look like it's basically where that other one is. So let's see where this is from our little hole. Oh, it wasn't far off actually. That was not far off. Just needs to come in maybe like to here. Okay, let's try that. Yeah, that's it. That's it. So we'll get rid of, we'll put this one, how far is 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then this one here. That's going to be interesting because, no, it doesn't, I don't think it blocks it. Let's see. Let's have a look at it. Yeah, no, that's fine. Okay. Okay, I'll put one of these in the middle. So we'll get rid of this. And this can go. Yeah, and then it looks like that one maybe needs to come a little further. Oh, it needs to go up. That's what it needs to do. It needs to come up for it to look like it's the same as the other one. It needs to come up. Yeah, there we go. It come up too much. That's okay. We can fix that. Let's shave off 2 blocks. I'm sure there's some like rules to this perspective thing that you could definitely follow, like some kind of like mathematical rules that would help with this significantly. But we're just gonna wing it. Just gonna wing it. Is how we're gonna do this. I wonder if I could sort of texture it a bit by doing this. And I'm also gonna get rid of some of the bottom because we can't see it. So I want a lot of these to be floating. So that's going to add to like the shattered appearance. Oh yes, no, I like that. That really adds to it. Yeah, and then get this on this side. Like that. And then I can do some funky stuff back here, like to make it look like it's sort of super broken, because you can't see that as much. Making my own rules, that's right, Jill. We make our own rules here. Now, I quite like that, actually, because it looks as if it's like a little bit broken. As it should be. Huh. So it sort of should look a little bit old from here, but not like as funky as it actually will be. So yeah, I want it to look like it's a circular building. So we should then have this one, but I'm going to bring it back to like here. Yeah. And then we'll have one that's like a lot closer up there. Yeah, this one I might also do that trick with, where I make it like an L shape. Is that right? No, I think that needs to come like to here. To make it look like it's the circle's closing round at the back here. Okay, let's try that. The problem with these perspective builds is they're absolutely massive. In order for them to kind of look good. Like a little bit in between there. So like here. I'm going to say here. Or here. One of these two places. Let's do half and half to see which one looks better. Get rid of you. And get rid of you. I think I also need to get rid of that one. Let's see. It's almost there. It's almost there. Let me get rid of this. It used to be like here. Let's try that. Yeah, that's correct. That's where it should be. But what I'm gonna do, let's get rid of some of the bottom anyway, because I don't need it. Can't see any of that. I'm gonna then have like, I've not really done the sideways block like that. The sideways pillar. Yeah, perfect, perfect. I think it needs to... It looks like it comes up too high. So maybe get rid of this bit. Because I want them to all look as if they're the same height. Yeah, that's better, that's better. And then the one that's on this side, I'm actually going to bring it closer. Just going to really mess. really mess you about. That's like meant to be at the back is like actually like a lot closer. Okay, that's yeah, it's got to come over 2, 1, 2. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, we're getting somewhere. Because it would be like, maybe we just have one in the middle. Maybe we just have one in the middle, because I think that's probably enough pillars. Maybe we just have one in the middle. Like right in the middle. To finish it off. Okay, let's see. Yeah, that's like the back of it. Yeah, that looks good. I like that. So this is like the enchanting pagoda, whatever it is. And then we'll have like chunks of it just like floating around, just like hanging out, just floating around. Like the floor is all shattered as well. Should be all broken up. Like the whole thing's just exploded apart. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be more fun, I think, building this, like, where it's actually going to go in reality. Well, in the game, you know what I mean. You guys know what I mean. In reality. Let's have grey to kind of make the roof. Yeah, I want like an arched shape. Like the dome, the roof comes over. This could be interesting. Oh yeah, that actually like makes the illusion more convincing. Like having like an almost like a roof shape on it. Okay, and let's bring the other bit. Because it's glass, you kind of get away with it a bit more. Get the fact that it's not touching. I did not know you were building this in reality. Let me know how you did it. With a glue gun. Glue guns are very powerful, you know. I've done this wrong. I've done it wrong, but that's okay. We can fix it. Here we go. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, okay. So this actually needs to be down a lot further. Let's try that. Yeah, nice. Okay, so we're getting a bit of that overlap. I'm not too concerned about it being like a perfect arch because it's gonna... Obviously the glass is going to sort of start interfering with each other. So at this point here... Let's start kind of working on the front. I guess you can accomplish anything with a glue gun. That's right, Dice Flame, you can. Glue guns are quite special. No, I wanted to use the actual block there. So I'm start forming the rim of it. Okay, so what that looks like. Yeah, nice. I wonder actually if I want to not go darker but go lighter. If we get the white. Because then we might be able to like utilize the frog lights as part of the texture. But like maybe deep within. Deep within. Like the center is going to be kind of here, isn't it? Maybe we could have them sort of hanging actually. That might be quite fun. So they're like dangling. Let's have some end rods. So they're like hanging from the, yeah, from inside. But in fact, they are literally just floating. They're like not attached to anything. Yeah, this could be interesting. Especially the further away they are, the more interesting they're going to look. I think I don't want any that are hidden. Yes, I think we want to have a few of them quite far away. This could be interesting. Okay, just like whack a few around. But they're going to need to be like higher up and see what that looks like. Whoop. Yes, cool. Okay, I like that one and don't like that one that's hidden. It needs to come this way but and backwards. Okay, let's try that. Yeah, okay, so that's sort of looking a little bit like it's in the center and that they're like some of them are smaller than others, which I think is quite fun. Like a little chandelier. Which I think is cool. Okay. Yeah, I like that little frog-like chandelier. Okay, let's pop this in then. Okay, let's see what this looks like. Yeah, that's why I kind of want it to look a bit crazy, a bit nuts. So at this point, what we want to do is have a bit of this in. Maybe we leave a gap actually. And then okay, let's look at that. Oh yeah, okay, that's coming together. Yeah, I think the glass, like the randomness of the glass, like works a lot better than having a solid roof would do for this type of thing. The shape's not coming together as well as I'd like it to. That's okay. That's okay. It can be tweaked. I think maybe we lay off on the panes behind so much at the front and just have them on the sides. And like put them more towards the middle. It's going to really affect the final texture, I think. Yeah, so like where they're like underneath here, I think that's fine at the front. But as we go further back, maybe we'll put more in. Okay, let's see what that looks like. There's still like too much going on over here with the panes. No. With these. This one needs to be white. Okay, let's have a look at that. Yeah, it's getting there. It's getting there. Let's shape it a bit better. Gonna need silk touch so bad. Yeah, okay, that's better. That's sort of forming the shape a bit better. So I want to kind of fill the shape out a bit over this side. So we'll do that with a bit of white glass. It's almost like a cloud. There's a lot of people who do this use like connected textures, but I actually think you can create quite a lot of interest just with the texture still intact, with the lines in between. Yeah, okay, but it needs cyan. Needs a bit of the old cyan in there. And to be shaved down quite a bit. Okay, let's try that. Yeah, okay, that's better. That's better. But it needs to come out on this side and this side a bit more. But that's fine, we'll start moving backwards. We'll have a bit over here, I think. In it. Yeah, cool, but too far out. This needs to come in a bit. And then we'll go underneath. Okay, let's see what that looks like. Definitely gonna need a guest to do this. Yeah, good. What's wrong with this block here. It's throwing me off a bit. Okay. We sculpting. We sculpting. Yeah, something needs to be in front of this one here. Because at the moment it doesn't look like it's connecting. Okay, let's try that. No, too high up. Too high up. Needs to come right down. Needs to be right down here. There we go. Something like there. Too low. Okay, let's see. That one. This height. Perfect. All it needs was just a little bit. Yeah, perfect. In fact, a single block would probably do the job. Yep, perfect. That's good. Right, let's do this side. We probably can get away with it behind, actually, because that's really far back. But just, like, put it down. So, it could go here. Just the one. Just the one block. Go away. And put this in. Okay, let's have a look at this. Okay, yeah. Let's have a look. I sort of like it, but I need to fill in a little bit more on this. Let's have a look at it. Let's have a look at it. Let's have a look at it. All right, yeah. That's sort of beginning to form that shape there. So it's coming up nicely there. I think we need a little bit of something up here. I'm going to actually use this to build off of. To just like complete that shape so that it's the same on both sides. Almost. How visible is that? Okay, it's quite far back, so we need to come up more. Need to come up way more. Okay. Let's see. Oh yeah, that's better. Needs to trim it a bit though. Needs to trim it just a little. And probably underneath as well. Let's see. Oh yeah, that's better. That's better. And I kind of need to trim this, I think, to give it a more rounded shape. Oh yeah, that's better. That's better. That's better. This doesn't come down far enough, does it? I think you need to come down here. Let's try that. Get rid of that bad boy. See what that looks like. Too far. Too far. It came down too far. Needs to go up one. Just. I'm not sure how I feel about this bit here. I think it's too low. I'm going to take it up. And see what that looks like. You just chip away at it. You just chip away at it. And it gets there gradually. White up here because it's like throwing me off that it's all cyan. Oof. Wow, I've almost been building for an hour. So my eyes are so dry from not blinking. That should be a stream alert that people have, like, remember to blink. Not just like remember to drink, but like actually remember to drink because I had to blink because my eyes are like so dry from like the level of concentration that's happening here. Right. So we need this bit at the back here. Okay. I think we'll go behind these guys. Let's see what like a little wall of glass looks like. Why are you not blinking? That's what happens when you concentrate. You don't blink. When you don't refocus your eyes, if you don't like look away from the thing you're looking at, you don't blink. That's how blinking works. I think that's right, actually. I think I need to come down with the roof on all sides. Oopsie. Didn't mean to open the inventory. Yeah, if you don't look away from the screen enough, you don't blink. And also the weeping angels will get you, you know. It's important survival tips for living in Britain, you know. Okay, let's have a look at this. I mean, that's mostly hidden, but that's fine. So we need something here. No, higher. It's like here. Okay, let's see what that looks like. Okay, it's too low, but that's good to know. So what I might do is actually bring it back and then up 2 more. Okay, well this is too low. Don't worry, the doctor will come out of nowhere if the weeping angel's sharp. I wish. With his sonic screwdriver. Yes, okay, that's a bit better. I wonder if I should bring some forwards actually into this space. Because I don't want these to look like they're covered by the glass. We need to bring some here, like on top of them. And then we can put some behind them. See what that looks like. And I'm also going to go like back over here because we need this bit to be kind of added in as well. I'm going to bring this right up. Yeah, I mean, all these builds that end up being absolutely giant. Even for like a really small thing. Okay, okay. Oh yes, I can see that bit there. It's sort of forming the roof. Yeah, it's gonna need to... Oopsie. It's gonna need to go behind. Like back here somewhere. Need like a big wall of glass. Let's do a... Yeman's gradient technique, shall we? Let me do 3 white. Like this. And then we'll do another one over here. Maybe just 2 this time. Okay, let's see how much of that fills in the back. Let me see. Okay, they're like way too... or are they? No. Oh, I was looking at the wrong bit. No, actually, they're not too bad. They are slightly too low, actually. I think where that white glass starts is actually kind of where I want them to be. Yeah. actually have that as the green glass instead. You know what I mean? Not green, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean. Cyan. Okay, let's have a look at this. Okay, okay. Yeah, beginning to form the back of it here. So we need like a roof there and a little bit over there. Yeah, something here. And something here. I can't get over that these sort of remind me of like Tetris blocks. In a way. I almost don't want it to have like the glass going over the top and just create the roof just purely with this trick. Okay, let's see. Okay, no, I quite like that. I think we're going to leave that. Okay, how do we fill this in? This gap here. Okay, something happening there. So I need to do this bit back here now. Okay, what does that look? I realise that I'm just kind of filling in big blocks of colour now. That's fine. This is it's a learning process. This is a learning process on how to create these kind of builds, and like also what is going to look. It's like it's all well and good. It looks fine from this angle, but like what's it going to look like when people move around and they're like, oh my god, like does it still look good? It just looks crazy. It just looks crazy. I think I've come to the conclusion that the front-on ones are a lot harder. Than the sideways ones. I think the sideways ones are a lot easier. The diagonal, so I mean, not sideways, diagonal. Okay. I quite like how that's added to the texture, but it's not really filled in any of these spaces that are here. I wonder if we can get away with coming over here. Really just come right up. Okay, let's see what gap does that fill in. Okay, yeah. Okay, it needs to come all the way across. A little bit more. Ooh, it does cover that a little bit. Let's go have a look at it though, see what it looks like. Yeah, that's what I was worried about. It's gonna like cover the frog light. That's what I was afraid of. Let's just come up a bit more with this one. I want the frog lights to look like they're hanging in the middle. Yeah, okay, that's done that. So we need like sort of this bit here. We can probably come out from here. Okay, let's see what that looks like. Where is that? Oh, there. Okay. Yeah. This has done something. It's done something. Yeah, I think I'll add this here. There we go. Okay, that's done some for that gap just there. It's just this big gap here, maybe like a little bit around there as well. That needs work. It looks crazy. It looks crazy. I might stop there actually and just... Because obviously it's going to end up looking completely different. There's definitely like a pattern that is kind of forming here, but I'm just wondering like if there's a way to kind of count it out. Is this a problem that can be solved by maths? Definitely. Because it's like, you know, mathematically aligned. Where I like know where to place the blocks without needing to use any kind of mods or anything to actually build it in survival. This is fun though. I like this as a concept. Now, let's think about how we would build a house like this. I think we're going to have to go diagonal because the diagonal just works so much better. Look at, I mean, look at this. We stand on this block. It just looks great. What I really want to do is just make it like... I want it to have that look of like it's exploding. Like it's being... from wherever the focal point is, as if someone was looking at it and it was actually like exploding from this point. So when you come around, it's sort of like... there's like a movement backwards to it. Rather than just randomly placing blocks and hoping for the best. That's what I really want, is like that movement element to it. That's like advanced level. I'm always wanting to skip the beginner stage and going to the like advanced level. Alright, okay, let's stand back here and start working on a diagonal house. Diagonal house made from... Yeah, I'm not liking the dark blocks, to be honest. I think we want to make it out of lighter blocks. Or maybe we just go in with a bit of basalt. It's not a bad idea. So if this is the diagonal block, let's say the doorway will be sort of here. Might even just start straight away with the warping. Oh yeah. Yeah, that works really well. Cool. Okay, let's have the what door do we want? Really nice, cozy, oxidized. I'm gonna do it like not like that. Like that. Beautiful. Beautiful. And then I wonder if we just have some glass at the top there. Like a cute bit of glass. Just one little cute bit of glass there. Could maybe have some panes behind it. Oh yeah, oh yeah. It's gonna be all about the diagonals. It's all about the diagonals. Now what we could do with the panes is I think is what's gonna give it that appearance of flying backwards. As if it's shattered. I'm already thinking of the lore for this. For this build that I'm doing, and it's going to be great. It's going to be so good. Yeah, I think the the direction lines are gonna work a lot better on a front-facing build. But you know, it's an idea. We'll keep that in mind. We'll keep that in mind. Could certainly lend itself to something interesting there, though. Oh yeah, that's adding an interesting texture. So if we have the entrance kind of there, we could have the first wall. What do the rest of the basalt blocks look like? This I like this one. I like this one. I like this one as well. Would have the rest of the wall coming this way. What does this look like? Let's see. Oh yeah, okay. I'm vibing with it. I'm vibing with it. If you replace some of them with the different textured block. Let's see. Nice, nice. Okay, and now we could add some windows. Let's see if we can use trapdoors in a clever way. Interested to see what these would look like. Oh yeah, because then we could have the windows like that. What does that look like? Yeah, but then you need to cover it, because this is where the trapdoors come in. Okay, okay, okay. Okay. All right, now we're cooking. Now we're cooking. Yeah, I think this also needs to be a window here. Doesn't quite work. It needs something else here to like bulk it out. Maybe we just put that there so it joins a bit better. Yeah, I don't mind that. I don't mind that. We're going to leave that for now. And then this wall here. How should we do this? Just be straight like that, or do we mess with different textures? Okay, let's see what that looks like. Interesting. Yeah, this is where we're gonna need to have like terrain or something to like hide some of these things. Or maybe what we do is have like a wall in front. Something like that. Let's see. It sort of works, but not quite. Okay, see what that looks like. I didn't realize tough and deep slate go together quite so well. It certainly adds something. What happens if I do this? Okay, that does not hide that join. But what if I put it here? Does it hide the join then? Almost. Okay. Almost. Maybe use this instead. Okay. Yeah, that hides that join. That is an interesting use of that wall. Because that, like, looks... Especially if it, like, it looks as if it's, like, almost like a full block. Tough goes good with a lot of stuff, especially the new moss. It does, yeah. Oh, actually, do you know what? I don't think I've actually tried it with the new pale moss. Hang on, where's the tough block? Okay, let's have a look at tough. And the pale moss. Oh yeah, I can see that. Oh, very nice. Oh. Good to remember. That's good to remember, actually. Especially with the carpet coming in with it. Right, I'm going to start working on the upper level. This is where I'm going to start utilizing the glass technique. So maybe come back to about here. There see what that looks like. Oh, my ear itches. Okay. It's hidden. So actually it needs to come to here. Oh, it's going to be a great combo for darker grey spaceships. Yeah, no, I can see that actually. Sci-fi building. Ooh. I mean, a lot of people have been doing cyberpunk recently, but is that really sci-fi? I would say not. I think, like, spaceports and things is something we should all be experimenting with. Right, let's bring that over one more. And then I'm going to start gradienting. Okay. Because then what you do... Interesting. No, I like how that... Hang on. I like that how that aligns there. So we've just got to make this one align. So actually it just needs to come off on the end block here. And that should align. That's three. Yeah, okay. See if this aligns. Oh yeah, it does. Nice. So we did one more. When the server I'm on resets, I want to turn the Nether Hub into a cyberpunk city because I think the fog would really add to it. Yeah, that's a good idea actually. Like utilizing the things that are already in Minecraft. I really like the way that, like, building's kind of going recently with people kind of doing stuff like that, you know, using the ambient environment to its advantage rather than seeing it as like a hindrance to building. I haven't said where I'm going to be building this yet. Speaking of. Okay. I know it looks a little bit like a candy cane at the moment, but it's like, bear with. Okay, so when we do the next layer, it then goes up 2 pinks, 2 whites, 2 pinks. Look at this. Let's see if this works. Okay, okay. Oh, no, too far. This needs to be white. Right now I'm betting you're building this in a swamp. Yep, certainly could be. It's got that like witchy vibe. That's the wrong color. Yeah, certainly could be a swamp. The colors definitely lend themselves to it. This is very interesting how this is going. Oh yes, it's starting to peek out over there, so we have to be careful about that as we come forward. The last one has to sort of disappear. Okay, and let's go forward one more. And this time we go up 4. And does that work? Yeah, we'll try that. I'll just top it first. And then I don't think we need that bit actually. Okay, let's see what this looks like. Oh, it's certainly interesting. We need to actually come out. So if we bring this one forwards, because it's like not covering these ones. 2. And then the same with this as well. But one more. It'll be interesting to see how this works. Obviously that's changing the pattern slightly, but let's have a look. Oh yeah, no, I like that. I like that. I think at the moment it's not quite got the shattered effect that I want because it's too close. I think maybe we also need to delete the last block here because you can see it through the windows. And maybe even this one as well. Okay, let's try that. Yeah, I mean, you can still see the last block there, but that's fine. Interesting. Yeah, that lines up there. So maybe we do need to come with this one. Just maybe 1. Let's see. To cover that end bit up there. He just fits. So maybe we use our thingy trick here. Closer to cover up that edge. Almost. Oh, almost nailed it. Like here. Or possibly here. It's one of these. It's one of those. But which one? I've covered it up too much that I can't see. It's not this one. Almost. It needs to go back a bit further. Maybe to here. Yeah, it's trickier when you're doing like much smaller bits. Nope, that was wrong. Here. Okay. Yeah, nailed it. Nailed it. Just like frames the house. I might not even have it there. I think I might have it just for the second level. Let's see. Needs to come down one more. Wee. Okay. Yes, it's like an overhang. That's interesting. That's certainly interesting. And then I think for this one, I want it to be like loads further back. Like maybe do this wall in purple actually, just for the funsies. Keep it switching up. I might have to make some peanut butter toast in a minute. I always support peanut butter toast. That's what I have every morning. I'm a big fan of the peanut butter toast. How far back do we want to go with this? Let's see what this looks like. I mean, these houses are going to be like completely unlivable. That's like the whole point of them. They're not really meant to be lived in. I love that Bismuth was like, glass fog. That's my entire thing that I'm going to do from now on. But horizontally instead of on the floor. Vertically. That's it. That's the word I was looking for. Vertically instead of horizontally. Let's see. What does this look like? Yeah, there's definitely like a disconnect there. I maybe want to use the further away one actually. So it's really shattered. Just absolutely shattered to pieces. Okay, and then we do the next layer. The problem is always going to be the ends here, so I need to extend this by 1. And then again, the same thing. Extend this by 1. And that goes all the way up. And actually have it 1 less this side. Okay. Yep, I'm liking that. This is going to be this wall. I wonder if I should mix in some of the pink. I should like start mixing them in together. Oh no, I remember what he said. You do the other color in between. So actually the magenta should be in here like this. Let's go down on the floor for this. In we go. So that's how you get like a third colour in. Right, let's see what that looks like. This better make it tasty. Ooh. It makes it something. It makes it something. So let's try it with the pink between these ones as well. What does that look like? Ooh. Yeah, it looks like something. It looks like something, alright. I need something here to help with this transition because I'm going to kind of have the apex of the roof around there somewhere. But like, I'm liking this so far. And maybe what I'll do is as it moves further away, especially towards these like back bits here, I might start breaking it. So like it's like the glass is like tapering off. that looks like. It disrupts the pattern too much. Let's just add in the magenta first, though. Just one layer to start with, and then we'll see if I want to go further back with it. Yeah, so I need one layer in here as well. There we go. Right, so look. Oh, I like that. Oh, do you know what? That hides it. That hides where it's sort of becoming shattered back here. Ah, yes. Absolutely perfect. Literally perfect. Okay, that's how we're going to do it. We're going to use things to hide where it's shattering. So we'll need something here. I'm thinking actually some amethyst. Like some bits of amethyst at the front here to create like a little, like a fun, funky roof. Okay, where does that block sit? Ooh. Almost touches it. If we bring it forwards a little bit. How about there? Not quite, not quite. Just a little bit more. No. Maybe down. Which is what it needs. So it's like right in front. A lot closer. No. Just come down. How about that? And then we go like this. What does that look like? So actually, it's to be here. Okay, let's see what that looks like. No. Maybe it does need to be here. Oh yeah, that works. Oh yes, that's really effectively hiding some of what's going on there. I like that. I'm gonna have to figure out a way to like force people when they come and look at my base to like travel in a way that's diagonal, so when they like appear at the entrance to my area, like it's more like it is like a really forced perspective. I think what we want is some fence posts and maybe some amethyst crystals. I don't think you can have these floating, can you? If I place one on here and then do that, it breaks. Okay. Fair's enough, fair's enough. Can you place them on glass? Yes, you can. Okay, that's good to know. How likely are they going to use another portal versus flying over to your base? How to answer that question. They will have to use a portal to get to my base. There will be no other way. So I am going to be able to quite effectively like force people to look at my base in exactly the way that I want them to. That's fun. I like that. I'm not sure I'm going to keep it, but it's fun. I like that. I meant nether portal. Yeah, I know how you feel about autocorrect. They will have to use a portal to get to my base. Okay. And I'm very clear in how I said that. Okay. Is that that? Oh yeah, I can see this from behind. That's interesting. So we might have to like, chip this out a little bit so that it's not visible through the doorway. That's actually quite good though, because it means that I can, yeah, fiddle with that texture to make it a bit more broken up. So that it's sort of disappearing off. Floating away. Okay, let's fill this in. That was the wrong block. Okay. Let's have a look at that. Yeah, or I could just live there. That's right. I could, couldn't I? What an interesting place that would be to live. Yes. Okay, it's actually hiding most of that. That's fine. That's okay. Because what it means I can do is I can kind of shatter this bottom bit. And have it kind of with more like floaty bits. We could maybe have some crystals poking out of it. Just poke a load of holes in this because you can't see this bottom bit. So this is where we're kind of forming how it's like all broken up and ruined. Yeah, because you can't see it. Nice. Okay. Little hints of crystal and stuff in there. That's an interesting trick you could do actually. If I place that in just the right place, it would be in the middle there. Almost like a little decoration. Right, so now what we need is I think I'm actually going to do the apex of the roof slightly differently. Maybe here? Could we do it further away? Just like mess this up a bit. Interesting. Yeah, nice. That's hidden. That's fun. That's fun. Yeah, definitely a lot of this will be hidden as well. It's fun to like put stuff in where like it'll be hidden and then go in and like mess it up. In the bits that you can't see. So like a lot of this under here you won't be able to see. I could mess that up a bit. Okay. So the roof apex. Let's come forwards a little bit. Maybe we want to do in 2 halves. Just going to get the shape first. Okay. So actually the middle needs to be here. Let's see how far I need to go there. Okay. Okay. Thinking face. Now this is where we could utilize whatever the roofing material is going to be. Maybe we just use copper. Maybe we just use copper. But have it like way over here. More copper. I'm gonna have it coming quite dramatically up. Maybe you should set up a TP command to make sure it's the exact same viewing angle and position. I don't know if I'd be allowed to do that on the Truly Bedrock server. I mean, other than get everybody to like put their ender pearls in a really specific place when they come to visit my base. I'm like, you must enter from here only. Okay, how's this gonna work? This is gonna need to come down quite dramatically. Let's bring it down and forwards to like here. Yeah, almost. I meant for testing, but that checks out. No, that's a good point actually. Well, yeah, no, you're right. It doesn't hurt to ask. I think like the only hard and fast rule that we have on Truly Bedrock is we don't use dupers, which is unfortunate because I'm building with a lot of glass. But you know, that's fine. A lot of people have said very kindly that they'll help me to do mining because I don't have a lot of time on my hands at the moment. I'm just going to be streaming this series, although I'm probably going to record everything that I do so that at the end of it I might make it into like a little like season 7 film. That's my idea at the moment. Because I enjoy making videos, I just don't have the time to do them. Right. Streaming is considerably easier. I really understand why like a lot of people stream now instead of making YouTube videos, because it takes so much time, as much as I love doing them. Okay, let's put this along here like this. Oopsie. And what will be cool is you get further away. I'm going to see if I can get away with leaving a gap and starting to like taper them off like they've broken. Like they're sort of gradually fading away. Okay. That's going to be difficult to do on the roof bit. Okay. A lot of the time admins will be cool if they know you're trying to create something cool based on my experience and when they're good admins. Oh yeah, I mean the TB people know that I am not going to take the mickey or do anything silly. Because I mean we all have camera accounts that we can like move around like in spectator mode. You know, so assumably you could go looking for diamonds or things like that, but what would be the point? It doesn't help your content really. So well, I think this does need to be one complete shape, but what I might do is because I know the wall kind of comes out here, so maybe we should have it come forwards. Yeah, okay, but it needs to line up. Actually, I've lined that up pretty well, actually. So it actually needs to line up there. So if we come forward another 3. Truly Bedrock is not a Java server. The clue is in the name. I am currently building on a Java server, though. Just because this is my build world, as you can see. It's got all of the stuff in it. I like to have it all in the same world. I've decided recently that I actually want to have a proper build world that I continue to use. Essentially, this is my forever world that I will always have, despite the series that I'm on. So there are some small differences in like the way that blocks render in Bedrock Edition compared to like Java Edition. Like, for example, the spruce log is actually a slightly different color. I think it's darker. It looks much more like dark oak than spruce, which is very interesting. I don't know why they've done that, but it's a good, you know, I'm a supporter of parity. Oh, look at that. That lines up really nicely. Look at that. That's good. We'll keep going with that. Okay, so we want that there. Ooh, too much. Okay. Maybe we use some of the other copper blocks like underneath just to show it like where it's like breaking up. Could be interesting. Okay. Let's have a look what that looks like texture-wise. Okay, this is going to be interesting because obviously this is now interfering with that. As much as I love my little antennae, I think they might have to go. I wonder if we could do something with trapdoors that would be quite interesting to smooth that transition there. Potentially. Okay. Let's come forwards again. 2, 3. There we go. Now this is going to be interesting because of the way that I've designed the house. Not sure how we're going to solve that. It may be that we just have to have the apex of the roof. Maybe we just go 1. Let's do 1. And then it starts going up to the actual roof. Okay, let's have a look at it. Let's have a look at it. Yeah, and then I get rid of that block there. And replace that one. Because it's like at the edge. What do we think? There's something a bit janky about this bit, but maybe we need to like go further before I know how to fix it. Yeah, there's something just like a little bit off about that. Okay, this is where we can start breaking it up a bit, I think. Let's see. Yeah, and then we do another layer of these. Now, how far do we want to go up is the question. I mean, the great thing about doing a perspective build like this is you don't have to build it back. You literally only have to build the bit where people will be looking at it. I think that needs to go up a bit smoother, actually. I think that's too dramatic right at the bottom there. Let's try doing it a little bit smoother. Okay, just do the front two for the moment and see what it looks like. What does that look like? Yeah, looks good. I could I get away with separating them? I think they're too far, like we're too close to them for me to get away with that. But for like the next part of the roof, I could do it like further behind. Let's do that, shall we? Okay. Yeah, okay. I think that for that bit there is fine. I'm going to ignore this bit for now. I'll fix that. Yeah, I think I want the next bit to be like loads further back over here. So how far back can we get away with is the question. Ooh, too fast. And what we do is we're just going to stick a pillar. Yeah, I do think if you're going to do a perspective, one of these like perspective trick builds, like it does work better to build a diagonal. I actually went on LED.tech's Discord server and they said like they thought that my organic build was actually really difficult, but I actually found it like loads easier than trying to build from like the front perspective. Like the diagonal perspective is definitely easier for me. Hello, Jill. Welcome back. Do you want to see the house I'm working on? I don't know if you saw this, like, this was the one we did from the front perspective. This is kind of how it ended up in the end. It's like, okay, like, I don't mind it. Oh, a small person in his room. Sleep, maybe not. Yep, that's how it be. That's how it be. Okay. Yeah, okay, that looks good, but it needs to go further back. Let's go back even more. Even more back. All the way back. Okay, what does that look like? Bit review. More backwards. More higher. Okay, so it needs to be higher and also come this way. Let's go up. I was just saying, GL, the great thing about doing these perspective house is that you're only supposed to look at it from one angle, so I don't need to build the back. That's going to be interesting because it's like behind that bit of glass there. So maybe we need to put like an in-between bit just there to transition it. That's like just in front of these guys. But not too much in front. Right, let's get rid of all this nonsense. Goodbye. I'm going to drink my water. This is the no backs club. That is one way around it, yep. Who needs the back of a build, honestly? Okay, so we're getting somewhere here. Now that very obviously doesn't connect. So we need to go higher. And more across. Let's try that. Whoop. Yeah, okay, there is where it looks like it connects. Okay, let's get rid of all this. Get rid of all this business. Okay. This is where we can have some fun. Yeah, I need to hydrate. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, is like, how can we get out of like doing the backs of our builds? We can live underground. We can do weird artistic things. You know, so I'm also going to mostly live underground. Like, these are just for show. Like, where would I keep my shulker boxes and chests in this build? Like, honestly. Yeah. It is not for keeping things in, I don't think. Do we need to bring this forward? No, I think it was fine. How it was before. Yes, that is fine. That is fine. Yeah, that does connect. So we go. Now, do we go 2 or do we go 3? To be frank, I think this is more complicated than building a bag. Oh, that's why I intend to have all the floaty boys. All of them. Many floaty boys. You don't need a bag, just tell people it's their fault and they moved. And they broke it. Absolutely. Like, as soon as you move, it's like, oh no, this build's messed up. This build messed up. What do you do? What did you do? What did you do to my house? It's perfect. It's perfect. That's such a good excuse. Let's come forward. Let's go here. Yeah. Shattered. I just realized there's already a biome in Minecraft that is called like a shattered something, which is the shattered savanna. But that's fine. That's fine. Right, so how do I make that back bit connect? It's so interesting how the shadowed part like kind of gives it like that little bit more texture. That's really interesting to me how that has happened. So we put one little doohickey underneath here to fill in that gap. Just fills it in. Maybe needs to have another one here. Let's see. A little bit, yes, but less magical. Oh, I'm facing the wrong way. Yeah, there we go, there we go. Okay, and then the final bit here. Yes, I definitely want this to be like fully like immersively magical. There we go. Oop. There we go. Oh yeah, that's coming together. That is coming together. I still love this, like just hiding. That just hides so much. I think we'll do a chimney design would be quite cool. Maybe coming out of the back somewhere. Could be really interesting. Oh, I'm so pleased with how this is going. I'm just gonna, yeah, I just need to poke away at it really. To get it to be perfect. Right, let's go. 3. And see if I can finish the top of the roof here. What does that look like? Oh, okay, like we can't even see it. Like it's like the second or third block from the top, isn't it? Put one there and one there. We should be able to see which block it is that actually joins. It's sort of that middle one, but a little bit the top one as well. So get rid of all this. Okay. Actually, just get rid of this. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. See if the 3 step still works or whether I have to start extending it now we're going further away. Let's see. Whee! Oh yes, definitely. It doesn't quite line up anymore because we're getting so further away. Okay, let's try 2 more and see if that lines up. There's definitely some mathematics going on here. Yeah, look at that. Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely like 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we'll do 1 more. 3, 4, 5. Okay, see what that looks like. It's going to feel a bit like a dimension that's being stretched, Marvel style. Yeah. I like that idea. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. I love it. It's really coming together. Now we just need to do the other side now. This is looking off place, but that's okay because I think we can probably fix it using... let's just get rid of it. Okay, wholesale get rid of it. And start putting floating glass in. Keep 1 just as a placeholder block. Yeah, I mean, I want people to be able to like walk through it and just be like, what is this? Like, and have the floor like all strange as well. I haven't really used dripstone at all, actually. I feel like dripstone could be quite an interesting block to get in here. Let's see what that looks like. Oh yeah, I like that actually. That's that kind of smooths it out, even though it's not the same color. It kind of makes it look wizardy and pointy. I do like that. Yeah, I'm gonna keep this piece of glass. Maybe bring it forward one. And have like sort of the first bit of the roof here. Interesting. Okay, so keep coming across. So there. Just make it fit. Maybe one more. And then let's see what that looks like. Yeah, that looks good. That looks good. And then up a little bit more just here. Let's see what that looks like. Did you just wake up in the morning, think the nether and the end are too boring? You're going to create your own dimension. Kind of. Okay, so that piece of glass there. So if we get rid of this, I'm thinking what we do is the next pieces of glass go further back. Yeah, they'll need to go further back to create that illusion. But I think already that's looking pretty good. Let's grab that one. I think I want... a little bit of this illusion magic. Let's see. Yeah, because of course this is going to then have to come further out in order to be seen through those blocks. Yeah, perfect, perfect. Needs more, needs more. Yeah, there we go. And then I'm going to go again. And this time we're going to do the stripes. To give it that depth. But it doesn't have to like attach over here. It can just be kind of broken up at that point. Okay, let's see what that looks like. Yeah, that looks good. I just need to bring it down more. I wonder how much of this we can get away with, like, eking out and breaking down. Let's see. How much of it is covered? It's a little bit gappy just there. But I kind of want to keep it, actually. Just to give the impression that maybe we do put some panes in. Okay, let's grab a couple of panes. In some of these like middle bits. To start breaking it up more. Let's see. Because it's like a bit too perfect at the moment, even from this front angle where it's obviously meant to look like a complete house. I want it to look a bit spooky. I think that does add something to it. Like, do I want it to be uniform, though, is the question. Do I want it always to be in these, like, middle ones? Or do we want a bit of difference? Let's just see what that looks like. Yeah, no, that adds actually has added quite a lot of texture to it that I quite enjoy. Now, here's the question. How are we going to get the other roof line in without it looking whack as heck? Come right back here and see. We've got to make it look like it's like at the same level. I feel like that needs to come down one more, and then it does kind of look like it's at the same level as that bit. Yeah, okay, that looks like it's the same level, but it's way, way too far over. I think we probably just need to get rid of most of it. Okay, let's try that. Ooh, I'm turned around. We need to come in a lot more. Okay, let's see what that looks like. Oh yeah, that's getting there. That's getting there. Maybe just one more. And then we start coming up. Okay, let's see what that looks like. I'm wondering if it's too far forward. I maybe need to come back here like this. Let's try that. Oh yeah, that feels better. That feels better. Yes, that feels better. But then what we're going to do is I'm going to come over here. Yeah, perfect. And then the final roof line. It's going to be over here somewhere. Okay, let's see where that has ended up. I think we're... Oh, blimey. I've realised I've just gone over 2 hours. Oh, I'm so caught up in this build. Where the heck is that? Can't even see it. Up you come. Okay, almost. Right, I think we're gonna call it there, guys. I think we're gonna call it there. I'm gonna take a screen cap of this. This is looking good. It's looking good. Let's have a little screeny, and a little screeny from where it's all like broken up. Time does fly when you're having fun. I'll say my eyes are starting to get dry. 2 hours down, 22 more to go. Yep. You'll never catch me doing a 24-hour stream, not a chance. I couldn't even stay up for 24 hours when I was a student, let alone now. Oh. Well, chums, it's been a pleasure. It's been a pleasure. Let's pop that window away and bring up little green. Oh no! Oh no! It's a 404 error. GL, have you seen my 404 page? I'm so proud of it. It's actually all of the axolotls. If you wait long enough, like it'll cycle through the different colors. You even get like the rare blue one. The little 404 page. I love it. I love it. There we go. There we go. Wee-hee. Right, chums. Oh, it's actually started playing my old intro music. That's definitely a sign. Thanks. Thank you. You have a nice day as well, Dice Flame. And everybody else as well. Have a good one. Have a good one. I'm gonna head off now. I'm probably gonna go to bed. Love the aesthetic. Hey, you know, it's nice, isn't it? Like Windows like 93 or whatever. Yeah, I'm working on some stuff. Let me tell you. I'm gonna do a new intro that is like already sick as heck. But like I've gotten lost in a hole in Blockbench that I need to get out of, so we'll see how that goes. So yeah, I'll catch you on Friday, guys. I'm not going to stream next week, but I am going to stream on Friday at this time as well. So if you're around, I shall catch you then. Ta-ta for now.